Warren Ward, myself, and Josh Lewinberg, it was a consensus. This team should be a 6th seed next season, just based on the growth of the young players they have, and with Ingram now healthy and ready to go, that starting 5 the way it is, without any trades, we figure they were a 6th seed.
The key phrase there is Ingram now healthy.
Yeah.
That actually is true for the bulk of this season.
Yeah.
Then I think they're for sure there. Whether it will be true, we know the history there, and it's not always perfect.
We'll see.
We shall.
Yeah. Yes guy, no guy number 4. A decentralized draft, we're talking NHL, will eventually be better than a centralized draft. Will eventually be better.
I'm a no guy on this. I like the way the NHL did it. I thought it was unique. It was unique to the NHL, bringing all these teams onto the draft floor.
Kind of folksy.
It was folksy. It was cool. It was a great opportunity for the media, obviously, to interview people. It was a lot of fun to be at. And I think the new one, like, look, it was their first time doing it, Jim. So I'll give them some grace in understanding that they want to iron out the kinks of the decentralized draft, and they're going to keep the decentralized draft for the foreseeable future, it seems like. But it was not a good viewing experience.
Well, that's you're talking about the TV show.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But the TV show is the draft. That's what
exactly. And the other one was a nice sort of family gathering with the hockey community. I used to love going to, because you'd run into all kinds of hockey people. But I think they got trapped by trying to keep what they thought were prime elements from the way it was, and that would be the team greeting the player in the little room there, which was awkward as heck.
Well, they did it by Zoom call.
Yeah, just awkward. It's not good television. And then of course, the player comes out and gets interviewed by somebody else. Just have the interview. Like, trim that back.
Here's my thing for broadcasters. I'm not a broadcaster. I'm not a broadcast executive, and I'm barely a broadcaster. But my thing is, just as a viewer, no one wants to watch a televised Zoom call. Okay? No. Nobody wants to watch a televised.
Most people on Zoom calls don't want to watch it,
yes.
let alone the viewing audience.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just awkward as heck.
Really
There's the delay.
Yeah.
We should do that here. Count to 3 when I ask you a question.
Luckily, this is not on Zoom. The show would be even worse, and that's hard to imagine.
Yeah, well, we've all worked with delays in the past. They're not very exciting. And if you're watching it, even less exciting. So we both agree that's a no guy. Yes guy, no guy. Where are we at? Number 5. The home run derby is the best all-star skill competition, i.e. the 3-point contest, dunk competition, NHL skills competition. The home run derby is the best of all that.
I'm probably against the grain on this, but I'm a yes guy on this. I love dingers. I'll watch dingers all night, and I really enjoy the home run derby. I always have. A big family event around our house. We get the peanuts and the Cracker Jack, and we hunker down and
really
build a little home run derby pool and lay our bets and have some fun. But maybe we're weirdos, but I kind of enjoy it. Not that I don't enjoy. Like, I still enjoy the 3-point contest. It's a lot of fun. But now that Steph doesn't go in it, hasn't been as good, and nobody really good goes in the dunk contest. At least not very often. So it's a low bar, but I'm going to give it to the home run derby.
I'm going to say no guy. I'm an anti-all-star break gimmick guy. I just don't.
You don't like any of them?
No, I don't. I never watched them. When I watched the Homer Derby, it's like, dude, he's tired. Or if it's a Blue Jay, oh yeah, he's going to kill himself in the second half. His home run totals are going to drop off because he's fatigued. It's an uncomfortable view for me.
Okay.
But the way you mapped it out with the family thing and sort of the wagering line or the in-house pool, that works.
You're in the majority. I think I'm definitely an outlier on this because I've expressed this opinion before and been absolutely hammered for it. But you know what? It's just how I feel, and I'm sticking to it.
And same for the 3-point. It's great, and then all of a sudden, what's it worth?
Yeah.
It's like disposable entertainment.
Yeah.
As soon as it's over, it's over.
You know what? The only good thing about those things is you do get some occasional classic moments. You get a Vince Carter doing what he did 25 years ago. You get a Steph Curry doing something special. You get I really love the one where they had Steph versus Sabrina there. With the crossover between the WNBA and the NBA. Those things, I think those things have a potential to be really fun. But it's hard to sustain them year after year after year.
And time sort of erodes. Like the NHL, one of the very first ones that I think was noteworthy was the hardest shot.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was, but now nobody takes a slap shot, so what's it worth?
Exactly. Exactly.
So let's veer into that game we started the broadcast with, Mini Max. So let's apply it to the Toronto Maple Leafs. just assuming or going with what they have now and starting the season, what's the minimum, in your opinion, they should do going forward that you'll accept?
The minimum they should do going forward is to acquire the top 6 forward the GM says he's going to acquire. I mean, I think doing what you say you're going to do is important as a hockey executive, especially in a place like Toronto. So Brad Treliving has pointed to that as a expectation, and I think every Leaf fan is waiting around to see who that guy is and who he becomes. And we all know it's not going to be easy. We all know they don't have a ton of trade pieces to deal with here, but Brad Treliving has certainly pointed to that as a need, and I think everybody agrees. You and I are sitting here agreeing that they need that. So that would be my minimum.
They do at some point. I'm going to go against the grain. My minimum is the way it is now. I would accept that, just because I think that whoever that top 6 guy is shows up eventually later in the movie. What I want out of this is scrutiny on the bottom 6. I want that bottom 6 to be airtight so that when the top 6 guy shows up, it actually makes a difference. Like right now, as we've seen over the last 9 years, you had that guy and you couldn't support him.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. I mean, there's a lot to be said for that. We just had Craig Button on, and he was, Craig made a great point about depth, right?
Yeah.
You looked at, I think every executive in this league, in my experience, when the Stanley Cup is awarded, they kind of start reverse engineering. How did they do it? How did the Panthers do what they did, right? And as much as we all focused on the free agency and the no state tax and Bill Zito doing this miracle worker's job of keeping all 3 of his relevant